Hi, Tim here with Clive Coffee. We're going to show you how to backflush and clean your Profitec Pro 300, as well as replacing group head screens and gaskets on an annual basis. The tools that you're going to need: you've got your Espresso detergent cleaner, a backflush disc or a blank or blind disc, your group head brush. We've got our flathead screwdriver. We're going to need a 3mm Allen key. And for replacing our gasket and screen, we've got the replacement parts here, as well as some food-safe Molykote lubricants. We're going to start by removing our Espresso basket and replacing it with the blank or the blind baskets. You can use your flathead screwdriver to help pry that and pop it out. And the blank or blind basket pops right into place. We're going to put a small scoop of our Espresso detergent, the spoon on the end of your brush, your palette brush. If you do a level or just a little bit less than a scoop is perfect. Using the water from the group head, I'm going to put a little bit of water in there and use my brush just to break up the detergent crystals and make a nice soapy liquid for backflushing. We're going to go ahead and place this back into the group head, and we're going to run a 10-second on, 10-second off backflush cycle. We're going to do that up to 5 times. At the end of each cycle, you'll notice the soapy detergent comes out through the tube at the bottom into your drip tray. That's totally normal. The pressure from the water as well as the soap detergent cleans out any coffee oils and grounds that are in that group head, and that's what the purpose of the backflushing cycle is. After about 5 cycles, we can take our detergent and dump that and rinse out the portafilter. Using our 3mm Allen wrench, we're going to remove the screw and the screen assembly. And as you can see, the screw comes out, as well as this thin screen and our dispersion plate. We're going to want to clean all of these items in a separate container here. We're also going to want to clean out our screen. We can soak that, and it's a good practice to clean your portafilter as well. Using our detergent, we can put a small scoop, and we're going to add some hot water. We can soak all of the screens as well as the group head. We're going to let that sit for about 15 minutes, then we'll come back and scrub everything down, reassemble, and show you how to replace your gasket and screen. Now that everything is soaked, we can just give it everything a scrub with our brush. You can scrub the bottom of your basket. That tends to pick up a lot of oils and coffee. Just a nice gentle scrubbing so you don't wear out your parts sooner than needed. The plate, you can give that a nice gentle scrubbing. Again, you don't want to scratch anything, you just want to clean any of the coffee oils. Your screen, after about a year, will have built up quite a bit of oils and gunk. It's a good idea to replace that. We'll go ahead and replace it at this point. I have a new screen and a new gasket, as well as our Molykote lubricant. We're going to remove the gasket that's inside. Using a screwdriver or other pointed tool, you can pry your gasket out. In this process, you may notice there's a other orange rubber O-ring that sits in place. This sees a lot less contact with the coffee, so this is not going to need to be replaced as often. I wouldn't expect this to be replaced for quite a while. So your annual or yearly replacement is going to be this rubber gasket. This will start to get cracks just from the heat exposure and the pressure from the portafilter. So this you'll want to replace, as well as that screen. If this pops out, this can sit back up into place. It just seals up the area between this dispersion plate and the machine itself. Your dispersion screen sits into the plate, and it sits in there nice and snug. There's a little bit of a groove, and the screen part, this mesh is what is facing towards the bottom, and there's a little bit of a divot where your screw slides right into place very cleanly. This O-ring can sit back up in place here. There's a bit of a groove. Just be careful, that is quite hot. And we can take our group gasket and we're going to apply just a little bit of the Molykote. This is a food-safe lubricant, and this will help that gasket slide up into the group head nice and smooth. And we'll put the whole assembly with the screw, the screen, and the plate back into place. And we'll line it up so the screw catches the threading. We'll just tighten it down by hand, and then we can further tighten it down with our 3mm Allen wrench. Now you can replace your portafilter back into the group head. That is how you do your weekly cleaning on your Profitec Pro 300 and yearly maintenance of swapping out screens and gaskets. For more technical tips and articles, check out our knowledge base at clivecoffee.com.